Hello my lovelies. So today I'm going to be doing a review of Vampire Cosmetics Living Dead Doll makeup palette. So like they came out with 3 different Living Dead Doll like palettes that you can choose from. There was Sybil, Inferno, and I forgot her name.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Miss Geary.
But it was from like I think the series 4 series. I don't know why they chose that one. Like I feel like it would have made more sense with like series 1, but maybe they just really liked series 4. It invited me to learn more about the series 4 like series. I kind of want the Living Dead Doll Inferno, but I really want the Fashion Victim Inferno. She is so fucking cunty. I want her so bad, but she is kind of expensive, so we'll see when I ever buy her. But yeah, so as y'all can maybe tell, I got the Inferno one. Here she is. I kind of wanted the Sybil one at first, but then I saw her and I like the way Sybil looks. I liked his color palette, but I just loved the way she was like so detailed and stuff. So as y'all can tell, it looks almost exactly like how you would buy a Living Dead doll. It even has like the red background to like mimic the red tissue paper, like iconic. And it has like this little chipboard too. It's like kind of flimsy, it like falls off very easily, but here's the chipboard. Okay, it says, Inferno, like a phoenix from flames she arose, pain and suffering now she bestows. Iconic. And it has the little barcode on the back. Here's the backing of it, just all the basic information and all that stuff. So here's little Inferno, so cute. Look, she's got little magnetic wings. So yeah, the wings come off. It's kind of flimsy. I don't like it. Kind of feels like a kid's toy puzzle, you know, like that kind of material. So it's like not the best material, but I think it's still like a pretty cool gimmick like makeup palette. And I think it's like kind of cool, like even if you like finish using it, you can like store her somewhere. And yeah, so it opens up like a sandwich. Oh, and it has a little mirror so you can check yourself out. Here are y'all. So, and then it has, for the background, it has little flames. Hopefully y'all can see that. And then the shades are like really sparkly, those glitter shades. I'm excited to swap them. So yeah, I'm gonna swap them right now. I'm gonna swap Inferno, which is the reddish orangish shade. Okay, here's Inferno. Here's Phoenix. A little orange shade, nice. Okay, here is Flame. Okay, Flame doesn't really spread that well. Hopefully y'all can see that. Here is Conjured. Nice and vibrant yellow. And then the last one is Demon. Demon's pretty nice. Again, it doesn't spread that good, so we'll see how it looks like on top of a shadow. But yeah, they are like super pigmented. It's just like they don't spread that good. So that was like my little mini review of it. So as y'all know, I like to overshare about my life too much. And because 1, it's very therapeutic for me. And 2, my last one, I was like very vulnerable about talking about my childhood past, and a few of you had said that you also related to the things that I had talked about, and that made me feel a little less alone. So I hope that y'all also feel a little less alone and less guilty about the things that you also went through in childhood. And I know obviously it's like not our fault that the things that we did as children, but well, at least when I was going through it, it's like I knew what I was doing was bad by talking to the older people, but it's like to me, it was just something that I really needed. It was something that I thought I needed because, like, at the time, I felt very alone, and the men, they would like shower me in compliments and like all this attention that I never got, and it felt nice to me, but looking back, it's just I put so much of my self-worth in the way that men valued me, and I really hope that y'all don't put your worth into another person. Like, you are worthy of living on your own. Like, you don't. And this is something that I've been really struggling with, is just like thinking that I'm worthless if I don't have like a partner to love me. Like, am I really like finding the love of my life is like my ultimate goal, you know? Like the ultimate, like, I will forever be happy if I find my forever partner, you know? But just the thought of like maybe never finding them, it just makes me sad. And I know that like if I were to never find them, then that would still be okay, you know? Like my worth isn't dependent on finding someone that loves me. Like I can love myself as much as I want someone else to love me, you know? Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, anyways, so life update. A kind of a lot of stuff had been happening. So we were gonna move. I talked about that on my live stream a little bit. We were gonna move, but then things just didn't go through with the other house. So yeah, I like last time. I forgot that I still have eyeshadow on my fingers. Hold on, y'all. So yeah, we were gonna move, but you know things didn't work out. So yeah, that was a big part of what was going on behind the scenes. I was like very sad and just like kind of stressed out about moving. Like I was like kind of excited because it was kind of like starting a new chapter in life, but it also made me sad because this house has so many memories, like both good and bad. And when I was like reflecting on moving, I could just see the ghost or like spirit of people that were in my room, you know? It really did make me sad, and it made me really appreciate my house more. And I know like not everybody has like this constant home, which I am very grateful for. Like when I was like reflecting on it, like this home has always been something stable for me. When I was a kid, my dad used to move a lot, and we would always have like different houses. Like sometimes we lived, well, in the beginning, we lived with my stepmom whenever we, like, because my dad had custody on the weekends. So we would go to my dad's and my stepmom's, and then I guess they got divorced or something like that. They never really told us. But then we moved to different apartments in different cities. And then eventually, my dad was living with his friend. So then that was the last time I saw my dad, was at his friend's house. We were staying over the night. And I remember this very specific last memory with him was that there was like this cereal brand that like I really didn't like because like it was healthy, and I just really didn't like it. So, but it was like the only thing. So like I forced myself to eat it, and then I like threw up, and then my dad like got angry at me and yelled at me and like, yeah, for like throwing up. And it's like, yeah, not the best memory to remember of your dad. But yeah, that was like the last in-person memory I ever had with him. We did video call later on, like I think in middle school. But yeah, that was like I think once or twice. Also talking about that, like I don't know how to talk about this kind of stuff because like in the past I always made fun of it, like, oh yeah, my dad left me. Tee I'm like, yeah, I'm so quirky. um but yeah, I mean, I didn't like to show people how much it hurt me, but I guess people kind of knew how much it did hurt me no matter how much I tried not to show it, but it did hurt. So last memory of him was that. But this home, this is my mom's home, so I've lived in this home like since we were born. Well, not since we were born. We were living in another city, and then when I was 1 years old, we moved here. So yeah, this house is basically all that I've known that was like a constant for me. So it made me kind of sad just leaving this home, you know. But yeah, we're not leaving, so that's great. um, Another life update. Let's see. Oh, this is a big one. Um, so as y'all know, I am a chronic weed smoker. Like I smoked it. I had been smoking it every single day, like morning, day, nighttime. And then I finally quit. That was this I'm talking about like way back, way back. So then I finally quit, but then I like did it again. But I told myself I'll only do it at night times. So I only smoked weed at night, and then one night every night I did have little mini panic attacks, but I was able to like calm myself down from them and like not really involve anybody else, just like go through my panic attacks alone. But like this night it was just so fucking bad. Like my head was spinning, my thoughts were like rushing, and like I couldn't focus on anything because like my thoughts kept going and going and going, and I felt like I really was gonna die. My heart was racing so fucking fast. It felt like it was gonna come out my fucking chest. And then so I finally went up to my sister and I was like, I couldn't say anything, you know. I could only go like this to show her like how fast my heart was beating, and I was like crying and sobbing. And my luckily she like understood like that I needed help. So her and my brother, they tried to wake up my mom. So they woke up my mom, and then they told me to go to the ER. So then they took me to, we were on our way to the ER, but I was slowly starting to come out of my trip, my bad trip, I guess you could say, or panic attack. And so we decided not to go to the ER. But yeah, ever since that day, I have stopped smoking weed. And I'm not gonna lie, it had been very hard. Like the very next day, I still wanted to smoke, but I just knew that like I couldn't do it anymore because I never want to feel the way I did that day. And yeah, so it's been hard. I did have a lot of thoughts about going back, and even to this day I have thoughts about going back when I see other people smoking or talking about smoking. But I just have to remind myself of like what happened that day. And yeah, like I mean, I wish I could be able to like feel the way, like I mean, when I did actually smoke, like the first time I did smoke, it was kind of awful to like my lungs. Like it was very hard to get used to like smoking. But once I did get used to smoking, it was fun for me. My lungs finally caught up, but you know, my mind didn't. I felt like my mind slowly started to become crazy, I guess you could say. I feel like I was going through a little bit of psychosis where I was way more paranoid than I am now, which I think also related to me being so agoraphobic. Yeah, I've gotten a lot better with my agoraphobia. Like, I feel a lot better about leaving my house. Like, I mean, I do still have like anxiety leaving my house, but it's not as bad as it used to be when I was smoking weed. Now I feel like I can leave my house. Like, it takes a little bit for me to leave my house, but not as much mental preparing as it did before. So yeah, that's a plus. I also feel like I'm breathing better. I am sleeping a lot better. Like lately I haven't been sleeping better because like I've just been worried about my future, you know. My life is just so stagnant right now. I had a job as like a dog walker, but when we were away on vacation, this color is like really cute. Could you all see that? When I was away on vacation, they got a new dog. And they said that they didn't want me to like take care of it yet because they wanted to train it better. So like right now I do not have like a constant income, which is like kind of scaring me. And yeah, I just feel like my life is just crumpling, I guess you could say. And I know that's like kind of dramatic, but that's just how I feel. I feel like my life is just deteriorating. Like not in a sad way, but just in a like I don't know what I want to do in life. Like I thought I knew what I wanted to do. Like I thought I wanted to like be an artist and like sell all my art stuff and like sell stickers and like have my own art business, but I realized that it's a lot harder than I thought to have an art business. And I think with my art business, I don't know because it costs a lot of money to like have an online store and post listings, and I made my first Etsy order, but I only made like $1 from that Etsy order. So like that was way not profitable because I have to pay for the ink. I have to pay for okay, so everything that goes into the Etsy thing. I have to pay for the ink for the printer. I had to buy the printer in general. I had to buy the sticker paper. I had to design the sticker, which actually took me hours to do. I had to buy the packaging to put the stickers in. And all that, and I had to pay the Etsy monthly fee, which was like $4, and it's just all this stuff is like it's not profitable, and I wonder how other artists are making any sort of income from it. And yeah, it's just like it was way too overwhelming for me, and now I feel like do I really want to sell online? Because the only way I would be able to like make a profit back is by going to like the vendor events where I don't have a vendor fee, or if the vendor fee is only like $10, you know? So, yeah, that's been really stressing me out. I woke up to reality. But yeah. So that's been a reality check for me. I really love selling my stuff, but I don't know if it's realistic to like put all my eggs in the basket for that. So I've been thinking about becoming a doll designer. But like also the thought of that also stresses me out, like because it's a highly competitive industry and I'm barely trying to like ever since high school I've always been just trying to survive and like make it through the day, like every single day. So like the thought of like working so hard to become like the best of the best and try to be able to like be everyone else and work myself up into like this industry, it's just kind of overwhelming to me because it's like, do I have the dedication and want to do that? Like, I do want to become a doll designer, but it's like, it's not a for sure chance. And if I go to college, it's like, am I wasting all my money to go to college and I may or may not even get this job? And it's just, it's scary to me. It's really fucking scary to me. And it's like, what if I don't even like it, you know? And there's not a lot of people talking about what it's like to work in the doll design industry. Which is kind of scary because it's like, oh, what if I don't like it? Like, what are the realities of working in this industry? And I feel like it's very hush hush. But yeah, that's been something that I've been dealing with. Ooh. Ooh. Anyways, on another note, I have been really into audiobooks. Like, I had gotten an ad on Spotify for Jeanette McCurdy's I'm Glad My Mom Died book. That audiobook is so fucking good. I love, she just read it in such a way that was so enthralling and so like intriguing and just so easy to listen to. I really loved her audiobook. So yeah, and her story was so fucking like, what the fuck? Like, I knew it was like pretty bad, but I didn't know obviously like the scope of it, and just yeah, it was just so fucking crazy to me. It really opened my eyes to like, because what I thought of the child acting thing was like, oh, you just like audition and then you get the thing that you like either like it or you don't, you know? Like, I thought it was like you're auditioning to be like in a school play, you know? I didn't know that you needed agents and you needed to do like little background stuff and all that stuff. And yeah, it's just so, I feel like I can't watch iCarly now with knowing how sad she was about it. And it really did make me realize that like, I kind of see these celebrities as above me, you know? Like, they're untouchable. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, there's superstars and then there's normal people. And I feel like I could never be on their level, you know? But I'm realizing that they're just like us. They're just people that wanted to do acting. And in her case, she didn't want to do acting, which is really sad. But I'm glad that she found what she actually does want to do, which is writing. And that book is so fucking good. And it makes me sad to think that maybe, well, I mean, I guess things, I know, like, I don't know how to describe it.
I was trying to say it's sad that she was discouraged from writing, and who knows what wonderful things she could have made if her interest were nurtured. I also tried saying maybe it was for the best because her book is so successful, but then I realized I would rather have my interests supported early on than go through the suffering she went through.
This orange is going on very nicely. I've been really into audiobooks, so if y'all have any audiobook ideas, let me know. I've really, I finished that audiobook in like a day. Like, it was so fucking good. And I've always felt bad about wanting to read books through audiobooks because it's very hard for me to like pay attention to like the words, you know, like when I'm reading, because I get really easily distracted. And when I get distracted, I feel like I have to go back and reread the same line that I did over and over again until I like fully comprehend it. But when I'm listening to the audiobook, my fucking brush fell off. That's great. When I'm listening to the audiobook, it's like I can pay attention to it because like I'm doing other stuff while I'm listening to it. I mean, and who's gonna be the police, you know? Who's gonna police me and say like, "Oh, you need to read that book," you know? It's like life isn't that serious. Like do whatever the fuck you want. Like if reading audiobooks or listening to audiobooks is the only way that you could fully like read a book, then listen to an audiobook. It's okay. It's okay, Natalia. It's okay. I'm mainly saying that for myself, but if you also struggle with that, it's okay. It's okay that you listen to audiobooks. Like, I've been trying to read Carrie for so many years, and every time I get like so distracted, and then I don't pick it up because then it's like, I don't know, like I said, I get so distracted. And it took me like so long to finish Tomie. I don't know if I said this or not, but I did actually finish Tomie. I don't really I like Tomie's imagery. I like Junji Ito is like such an amazing artist. I love his work. I love how he transforms Tomie to like all these different things. But I don't like how repetitive the story was to me. Like I feel like it could have ended a long time ago. Like it didn't need to go on that long. And the ending was not the best for me. It really didn't even feel like an ending. Uzumaki though, ooh, I fucking love Uzumaki. Uzumaki is probably the best. Well, I've only read Uzumaki and Tomie, so out of the two, Uzumaki is the best. I'm now gonna be reading Geo. My friend Brandy was telling me that she didn't really like Geo, so we'll see how good it is. But yeah, we'll see when I actually start reading that. But I wish there was like an audiobook or like someone reading it while I look at it. Because I feel like I need everything. I need visual, I need audio, I need this, I need that, you know, to fully comprehend it. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Putting the orange eyeshadow for my orange eyebrows. But yeah, I've been looking for other jobs. It's just very discouraging because like they don't I've applied to so many fucking jobs that I haven't received one interview, and it's really demotivating because I feel like at least in 2021 or 2022 they would at least give you like an interview. But like now it's like very rare if they do call you in for an interview. So that's been a lot for me, and I feel like I don't know. I feel scared that I'll never find a job again, but I mean, hopefully I do. I mean, if I keep applying every single day, maybe someone will reach out and accept me, but yeah. I mean, okay, so here's what I kind of want to do like for my future. So I want to save my money again. So I want to put money in savings because I do not have any fucking savings. Eventually, I mean, for savings, I want to eventually be able to retire one day, so that's what the savings would be for. And then I want to save up for an RV so then I could renovate it and then potentially be able to live in it. So then I could move it onto a plot of land, and then I would only have to pay like $300 because this apartment prices are fucking crazy. They're like 1,000 to like more dollars. Like it is very fucking hard to find an apartment under $1,000, and it's fucking scary. And I was talking to like my friend, and she said that she had to pay like $400 in heating, or like I think it was $400 in gas. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? That is so fucking unlivable. And she said that she had to pull money from like her savings to like afford to able to live on her own. And it was just so fucking sad because like she had worked so hard to like have those savings, and it makes me scared to like live on my own, and I feel really bad about still living with my mom at the age of 21, almost 22 years old. Yes, I'm almost 22 years old. But yeah, it's really demotivating. Like, this living in this world is so fucking demotivating. Like, what's going on in Palestine and how like these people in office are like not even choosing to like call out for like a ceasefire, and it's so fucking it's so overwhelming. Life is just so fucking overwhelming. I wish so fucking desperately that I could be a little creature, you know? Maybe like the Littles. You know the Littles, the mouse people from that one book? I think they're called the actual Littles. Okay, cut me off. But yeah, I used to love reading the Littles as a child. And Stuart Little, like, oh, I just love little mouse people. But yeah, I just want to be an animal in my cozy little hole with my quilted blanket that I made, sitting by the fire, you know. I just want a nice, humble little life underneath the ground. Could I please have that? Could that please be my reality? That's all I'm asking. It's almost my birthday, and I did. I made an impulsive decision to get a tattoo, but the tattoo looks so cute. It's a flash from an artist, and it's so cute. I'm so excited to get it, but my bank account is not excited to get it. So I'm a little worried about that, but you know, hopefully a job contacts me so then I could recover from this financial loss. But yeah, I treat myself too much. I need to figure out a balance of like, okay, girl, we can save a little bit. We can save a little bit. I have been paying my mom $100 a month, but since my job, dog walking, I don't make money from that anymore. I asked my mom if I could have a deal where I cook dinner every single night to be able to like live here, I guess. So yeah, I've been cooking every single night. So far this week on the menu, I have made steak, little chunks of steak. I cut it up. I've never made steak before. That was my first time. So I made steak with rice and bell peppers. Next night, I made supa tutala. It's basically like Olive Garden soup, I guess you could say. I also made shepherd's pie, which is so fucking good. Highly recommend. But yeah, I've been in my chef era. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna do my eyeliner, and yeah. So here's the finished look. I hope y'all liked it. I really like it. As y'all can tell, I am not the best at putting eyeshadow on because it's in a whole bunch of different places, but I really like it. I like the colors. I like how shiny it is. As y'all may or may not know, I ruined my glittery shiny red shade, so that's perfect. I needed a new one, and this delivered. So yes, here's a little, I don't know if I did a little close-up of it, but here's Inferno. Let me know if y'all also bought Inferno, or if y'all bought any other Living Dead doll makeup palette. But yes, thank y'all for listening to me. Hopefully this wasn't too jumbled and chaotic. But yeah,